What is up, sickos? It is September 18th. I'm Dan from Oregon, and welcome to MMA for Brunch, where you come for all of the latest MMA news. And oh my God, rest in peace, Kid Yamamoto. It seems like it wasn't too long ago, 10, 12 years, we considered you the best guy underneath 155 pounds, the best fighter out there. And then less than a month ago, you came out and let us know that you were fighting your battle with cancer. And last night, unfortunately, we found out that you passed away. Kid, you will not be missed. Expect a deep dive or something into that man very soon. And rest in peace, man. We got everyone jumping in the chat already. Drunk Savage, R.I.P. Kid. Eddie the Dinosaur, never seen you before, Eddie, but thanks for coming in. He said, rest in peace, Kid. London Taylor, rest in peace. 4-second flying knee never dies, says Steve Sparks. And man, well said, Steve, well said. Pulse jumped in. I used Kid Yamamoto on EAUSC. He had the red mohawk like Dan Hardy. Nice. Making a tribute character is Pulse for Kid Yamamoto. You gotta love that, man. That poor young soul, says Gay Agent. I never had a chance. Rest in peace, says Stewie. Thank you, everyone, for that, man. Kid Yamamoto, we'll never forget you, especially over here on the indie scene, brother. On to the news, though. Mac Molly jumping on Twitter. UFC Fight Pass cards, pros and cons. Pros, great pacing. Basically no ads, no having to switch the channel, hashtag or comma free. Bullshit, you got to switch from the Fight Pass prelims to the other ones. But anyways, UFC Moscow, powerful tweet out here by Mac Molly. And he had it right, man. That Russian card was great. Pacing was excellent. It was fight after fight after fight. Yodo Yodo, says Steve Johnson. He would have been a huge star in WEC, says Drunk Savage. Yeah, man, go back and check out that man's career. Around the 2006 year, he's widely considered the best. Freaking was gonna leave to go become like a try to join the Olympics with wrestling and shit. Ended up taking on some injuries that weren't going to make that happen. So he came back to his one and true love, which was MMA. But let's go to the Moscow. Look at that hit that Alexei Olnik took from Mark Hunt. And I guess Mark Hunt has a neck after all. This is what happened. So 1 second, he's taken one of the biggest shots of Mark Hunt you've ever seen. Right there on Alexei Olnik's face. Boom! Staggers his leg. But all it took was that one takedown. Alexei Olnik ends up tapping out Mark Hunt. And round 1 KO finish. We pretty much saw that coming from a mile away. And check that out. Alexei Olnik, the guy who got robbed from a victory over Curtis Blades. Sneaky good in his UFC career. Be sure to stick around and see what happens. But Mark Hunt, oh my God. And shout outs to, who was it? Anyways, let's get on to the more fights. Steve Johnson says, I'm growing a beard and it's already itchy. Annoying. 6 days in. Oh shit, that sucks. Juan Blachowicz takes out Nikita Krylov and tries to make his case for the title shot. The freaking light heavyweight is just up in the air right now with DC being gone. But look at Nikita Krylov. Leads the UFC, gets 4 victories, comes back, takes on the Polish man here. And Juan, who's obviously been steadily improving in the UFC, gets the submission victory here. Kind of weird head and arm choke from side mount? I don't even know what to call that. Anyways, what did you think of that? One of the few picks I got wrong on the card. But then moving on, CB Dalloway, Mamed Ankalaev, and here is the ending finish sequence. Did the referee Herb Dean let this go too far? And he stole this from Metal Gear MMA. That's where he tweeted the video from, and oh my god, this shit was brutal. Look at, he's jumping into full mount on CB. Just landed shot after shot after shot. Herb, how about this is a good time to stop the fight? What do you think, Herb? Nope, he's got his arms up there. Good defense, good defense. Okay, okay. Herb, let's say if he rolls over to the other side, like, oh, he's turtling up. Nah, let's give him a moment. Okay. If he rolls the other side, Herb, let's call it. Don't you think that would be okay? Don't you think, Herb? Oh, here's he is on his other side, and he's completely flattened out, stomach to the mat. Maybe that's a good place to stop the fight, Herb. No, keep it going, okay. Fucking Ankalev, you can't hate this, man. You can't hate his corner. Herb Dean wants someone to die out here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Jesus, oh, it's over. It's finally over. Nope, that's the round. Let's get, CB, you better get up, brother. You better get up. Come on, CB, you better get up. God damn it. What the fuck happened? Watch this. Watch this. This is the end of the fucking round. He's already given up. Look at that. Look, oh, he's fighting back. He's intelligently defending himself. Herb did good, says Steve Johnson. He all knows we want CB to die. An example needed to be made. Says Drunk Savage. Oh my god, dude. Jesus. I'm screaming. If you guys were there with your reaction, you saw my freak out, man. I was freaking the fuck out. I wanted Herb Dean to get suspended. I still want Herb Dean to get suspended. This dude needs 3 months away. I don't know what the fuck he needs, man. It's, as some people have been saying, Herb is on his fucking way out, man. He's sliding down. He's like a fighter getting into the later part of their career where they just start slipping and shit. Like 2014, 2016 was Herb's peak. Now he's just sliding into the abyss. Herb was on the herb again. Dude, Kevin, I smoke weed every day. I would never let CB take a punishment like that. That is crazy. This was a fucking travesty. This was a pathetic showing, especially from a man who a lot of people respect in the game. A lot of people respect him. I'm very rapidly losing respect. Here he is. Yo, are you going to fight, CB? Look, he still hasn't called the fucking fight. He's already told his corner, no, I'm done. Fight's over. Oh, there. So about 90 seconds too late, Herb calls off the fight. The funniest part was how Herb Dean was yelling at CB to get up and go to a stool. Like, get up, bro, or I'm going to call the fight. You want me to call the fight? Shit, bro. We need you to call the fight 30 punches ago. Ah, McMaldy just summing it up very well. Has Herb made a statement since this? Fuck no, dude. Hell no. Just like any lawyer would advise you, you stay freaking quiet. Luke Thomas was trying to make it sound like he's trying to get other refs to come on and discuss the stoppage, but no one wanted to make it happen. And I don't know, man. I don't know. The best you and I can do is get like this on actual record. Like, we need a fucking Excel spreadsheet of all these shitty stoppages from all these refs so we can keep a goddamn record. No one's keeping record on these guys. Twitter's the people keeping record, not the media, not anyone out there. And what does the media do? They go to Twitter to get all their facts, just like me. And oh my gosh, from that though, I don't know how to transition, guys. I don't know how to transition off of that fucking Herb Dean shit. But here's Mirbek Tasimov just lacing Desmond with a head kick. Bah! And look at that, dude. That reminds me of like when Benson Henderson used to always fuck with his hair, and people thought he was losing fights because his hair was just moving around too much when you'd get hit. And look at the Predator trades of Desmond Green just getting whipped around. Excellent shit there by Mairbek Tasimov. Mairbek Tasimov moves to 6-0 so far, 6-1 in his UFC career. I think this dude needs to get his visa issues figured out, man. So we'd love to see him. And what else we got? What a spinning elbow by Peter Yang. Peter Yang and this sick motherfucker who I have come to love, Jin Soon Song, put on fight of the night. Unfortunately, Song came in 1 pound over. If he would have took off his skibbies, maybe it was 0.75 or one or a half pound. I don't know, but that was what got between him and $50,000 bonus officially. This Korean guy is smiling was annoying me, says Kevin from Chicago. What? I loved it. This guy is a sick fuck. Oh, excuse my French. Peter Yang looking great, dude. Is boxing. He's like a combat athlete, fucking stronghold out of the ACB. Known master of boxing, I think, was one of his credentials. And this spinning elbow he landed would have put almost anybody down. And Jesus Christ, Jin Soon Song could take a shot. This guy, being the prodigy of the Korean Zombie, I would expect nothing less. This is like the sequel that delivers. When all movies never deliver on the sequel. Here's your prodigy in this man making Korean Zombie look good while going out there and taking an L. Looking good, taking an L, man. But Peter Yang looking excellent. We're seeing what this guy is made of. We're seeing some of his standing prowess. And can someone actually sign up to fight him at bantamweight, please? Somebody sign up to fight Peter Yang. Oh, God. Steve Johnson likes how Habib needs a special visa request from Trump and Dana. That's not cool, man. The UFC already had written an employment letter and turned him down. Wait, what? Okay. Anyways, $24 bums. Albuquerque could take a shot. Can they, BLT? I haven't seen any proof of that. But maybe I'm too high on Song. I don't think so. His fight that he put on with Peter Yang was fucking excellent. And, man, I hope you got a backroom bonus or something for that nonsense. Middle Gear coming at us again. And here is Ankalev taking this guy out, bouncing his head off the canvas. Mamed Ankalev, 10-1, recaptures his prospect shine, bludgeoning Marcin with a counter right, head kick and punches in the first. Former WFCA World Fighting Championship Ahmet champ scores his first UFC win. Each of his last 3 victories has come via first round KO. And of course, man, Mamed Ankalev fighting out of that Chechen team, Ahmet MMA Fight Club, coming over, bringing all the big stars. Ramzan Karadiyov is in attendance to watch this guy. His UFC debut didn't go his way when he lost in the last second, literally the last second of his fight to Paul Craig, the Bear Jew. Comes back and in emphatic fashion with the first round head kick. And here is somebody, Mac Molly, says, I didn't know Russians played basketball. And there he is, bouncing Marcin's head off the freaking canvas. Jesus Christ. And who was there for that stoppage? Herb. Oh, shit. But Mamed Ankalev, what a way to bounce back from your first loss in the UFC. Last second finish. Beating the guy the whole time. Now comes out, gets a first round stoppage. That is excellent to see. And Moscow delivered big time. We're talking about something like 10 to 15,000 people there from the very first fight of the night. And half of the Moscow arena fit 22,000 people. is what they were able to pack into there. Maybe it was only even a quarter setup. I don't even know. That freaking stadium, arena, whatever it is huge. This is a lie though. This is the 6th highest attendance UFC event ever. Excellent stuff. The highest attendance that's ever happened on Fight Pass. The Sweden was a big card. That was UFC on Fox. Other way, besides that, we had the one down in Australia, the Bell Center in Canada. I think Curitiba down in Brazil was massively stacked as well. And what did you guys think of that? Man, I saw everything on Twitter from the people that only started tuning in from the main card. They're like, oh, this card sucked. And then people that watched the whole thing thought it was amazing. I don't know. It was up in the air on what people thought of this card. So why don't you guys grade it and let me know? A, B, C, D. What did you think of UFC's first appearance over in Russia? Steve Johnson in the chat. Herb needs to ref more fights. Fly him over so his mind and body is more distressed. The Russian poor is a lot different than the poor people we're used to, says BLT. I want Herb as a ref in the next Michael Chiesa fight. This is Junk Savage. Chiesa wins regardless of who's reffing. They gifted him a win. Maybe people rank Chiesa way too high. We'll see if Carlos has anything left. That was a fight that was matched up. Carlos Condit, Mike Chiesa, 170 pounds, coming to a fucking cage near you. What up, guys? Says Corey. How's everyone doing? What up, Corey? You'll have to jump back for all of the great Kid Yamamoto chat. Rest in peace, brother. Hopefully you're fighting in the Pride Championships in the sky. And with the Russian recap that we got going. Moving on to Jordan Johnson getting the head and arm choke over the beard. Adam Yandiv. Johnson didn't even have to get all the way over to side control. He was able to finish it from just half guard there. And what a freaking middleweight debut by the big swinging Johnson out in Moscow. Yadiv, one of the undefeated Russian who may or may not have had fixed fights coming into here, coming off of like a 3-year layoff, shows zero ground game and gets choked out. I don't know how he got out of the choke in the first round. That was some crazy shit. Back to the chat though. That's not what I meant, Dan. Chiesa is a can, but Coffee Shop Carlos has been shot for a while, says BLT. We'll see, man. Is Carlos lacking? Can Carlos throw back like he used to? The former Iowa Hawkeye has finished 6 of 10 wins, 5 by submission, and he's 4-0 in the UFC. Holy shit. Jordan Big Swing and Johnson letting himself be known. It should have been Chiesa instead of Dalloway. One sued the elevator company and the hotel, and Chiesa sued everyone too, says Steve Johnson. Oh, shit. But, man, enough of the UFC recap. I think we could get into why we're really here. Let's talk about Teddy Atlas. And let's talk about the man boxing. Jesus Christ, Teddy Atlas is amazing. After the Triple G versus Canelo fight, Atlas was going nuts. See if we can get some sound over here. What the hell's going on? No way. Is any of these going to play? All right, what's going on here? We need to listen to some fucking Teddy Atlas. Desktop. Screen sound is muted. Okay. Guys, all right. Fuck. All right, you know what we're going to do? Hey, if we ringer off, ringer on, this should be fucking playing. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
No. Oh,
there we go. There we go, guys. There we go.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay. Let's check out what the hell Teddy Atlas had to say about Triple G versus Canelo. And man, the clip I see floating around.
It's still a robbery.
Was that?
Robbery. With these guys, it don't bother me as much. You know why? They're millionaires.
Oh.
To get back there, and that's wrong. That's no. Oh, you don't care.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. 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 Because
you've never been hit.
Come on.
You've never been hit.
Wrong. That's wrong. And you're saying big dear happy? Dear happy?
That would be you. That would be you.
Like the point. Yeah, it was.
Teddy having a complete fucking meltdown over here. And what's he talking about? So, he's talking about Triple G got robbed. He had it 117 to some crazy shit. It's like, whoa. Don't go too crazy over here, Teddy. But, man, what he's getting at is the fucking first fight was definitely a robbery. The first fight, Triple G won. He got robbed. They called it a draw. Here we are running it back because the fucking guy that makes the money, he's got to get the rematch. And boom, way closer to a draw this time. Way closer. And what do? They give it to Canelo. So, like, no matter what, it was always going 1 point, 2 points, 5-10 the way of Canelo. Just from the start of the fight, which is fucked up, man. And what's sad is the only clip that went around was Teddy Atlas combusting, going, "It was a robbery!" But man, he said so much good shit here. Listen to him. What he's talking about is the little guy getting fucked on, man. And Drunk Savage, I'm with you, man. It wasn't a robbery. Teddy making fun of fucking Steven's punches.
It was petty. He was doing. That's what he was doing. He was supposed to go like this, but he wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing. But he wasn't doing it the whole fight. Hold on. Listen to this, Teddy. You keep going to
and it was a close fight, man. A lot of the pundits had it for Triple G. I could see how Canelo could have won, body shot, shit like that. But let's
get out of the game and take care of his family, because it's a dangerous game. Because every time you get in the ring, you could get out of the ring with less to yourself. So for those guys, that's what bothers me. Not tonight, not these guys, but those guys. When these same judges rob those guys, and they do, and you don't have me and Steven screaming about it. It quietly goes off into the night. But guess what? Those fighters have to go into the get out of the game and take care of his family, because humanity. That's about a person. That's about somebody who is trying to take care of their family, and this is the way they take care of their family. And you know what? They get treated badly and get it taken away from them by people outside that never took a risk in their life.
Man, so what he's saying here, he's not pissed just about tonight. This man used to box. Teddy Atlas was in the game. He understands the struggles of the game. And this is what the media lacks 100%. And this is what I hate about MMA media. Chael Sonnen's the only guy out there that we got like this. But I guess we do have one. Teddy Atlas, I love his passion for this shit. He's out here telling you, man, don't be pissed about a robbery just for this one fight, this one occasion. Guys are losing their fucking livelihoods over this shit, man. You go to the back of the line. Unlike Triple G, he won't fall the back of the line, but other guys will, and they got to take countless more punches to work their way back up there. It's so freaking shady, man. Vegas is shady. Golden Boy is shady. That first fight was shady as hell. This one judged way better, in my opinion. A majority decision for Canelo. One person even had it a draw. But, man, okay, Steve Johnson, GG was so pissed, he just left. Rightfully so, dude. Fuck them. You want to fuck me over that many times? Twice now? Twice? Fuck you, I'm out, dude. Pulling the BJ pin. Anyone going out and saying, "Oh, why didn't you give him an interview? What about the fans who wanted the interview?" This is the biggest statement he could have made by walking away like that. That's Triple G's turning into like the Ally Quinta out here. Love this shit. But it's not the Triple G's, man. I can't think of a shitty stoppage right now in MMA or a decision. My mind's fucking with me. Why don't we just say who did Mirbek Tasimov fight? Desmond Green. That fight maybe could have went either way. And what's gonna happen to Desmond, man? I don't know. That's not a very good comparison. Anyhow, let's keep listening to this, man, because he's telling you how much of a struggle this shit really is. And what messes with me is this wasn't floating around Twitter anywhere. No one's talking about this. They just want to talk about the robbery clip, and that's it, man. When Teddy Atlas is pouring his fucking heart out.
These people take a risk. So the people sitting at the ring that never took a damn risk in their life, they should be judge and jury and say, no, you're not going to be able to win this fight. No, you're going to have to go into the back of the line. No, you're not going to be able to get out of the
right
and take care of your family. You're going to have to continue to take punches, and you're going to have to continue to wander around in this world until who knows when, until it's too late.
Man, right? You have to wander around in this world.
That's about somebody who is trying to take...
Like, combat sports is not like a good career to get into, man. Listen to these guys talk about it. They're talking about it like it's their ex-girlfriend, their abusive relationship that they can't believe they finally got out of, man. That's what fucking combat sports, because they just get treated like shit. You got the fucking predatory practices by all the promotions out there, never paying the guy rightfully, ever. Like every fucking greedy ass boss out there in the real world. Everyone can relate to this, man. Getting fucked over by the man. Doing it day after day after day. Well, we're not taking shots to the head every fucking day. We get fucked over. We kind of move on. I love it that Teddy Atlas is not moving on, man.
Care of their family, and this is the way they...
A couple more seconds.
Just one throwback to a Teddy Atlas clip here.
I could take 10 years, and it's been years and years of the same garbage, the same trash. I have no choice. I've been in this business 40 years. I'm a lifer. Where am I going to go? I got nowhere to go.
I'm a lifer.
But if I did, I'd get the hell out of it. I'd get the hell out of it. I'm sick and tired of watching these fighters that put everything on the line. They get in the ring, they come out of the ring with less of themselves physically than they had when they went in. And this gets done to them by a bunch of cowards at ringside that never took a punch in their life. I'm sick of it.
Well, I will say this, Tyson Gay has
Imagine being that guy trying to segue out of that shit. And man, there's problems in MMA, guys, too. And let's see. I think I got something in here that we should talk about. Here's an instance. Ryan Thomas. We're talking about low fighter pay with GG, Gorgeous George, off of MMA Junkie, right? Well, let's relate back to it with what he just said right there, man. 40 years into the game. I'm institutionalized into this shit. Get the fuck out if you can, man, because you're going to get effed over huge. And let's just check this out. So now the company, UFC, that we're talking about, is worth $7 billion. Dana White says UFC valuation has grown since the ESPN deal. Okay, that's great. Everyone's doing fantastic then. All the fighters getting taken care of and all of that, don't you think? Jessica Andrade bakes cakes to sell UFC gear, tried to make extra money to finish the camp. What a statement from the $7 billion company. UFC heavyweight Timothy Johnson set up a GoFundMe to get his cornerman to Brazil. And then... what else we got here? Former UFC fighter Leslie Smith tells Sports Business Journal that signups for Project Spearheart drastically slowed since the UFC opted to not renew her contract. They got rid of her as quick as possible, trying to get that freaking Project Spearhead shit out of here. Fighters, you want to not get treated like slaves and make more than 10% of the revenue that you're bringing in? We tune in to watch you guys, nothing else, not the 3 letters and all that bullshit. How about sign your Project Spearhead cards? You dumb motherfuckers. Fuck. But, man, this is what Teddy's talking about, man. These guys go in there and lay it all on the line for fucking crumbs for nothing. And not only that, I got to worry about, am I going to win? Am I going to get half my money because I won? Are the judges going to think that I won? They got to fucking worry about that too. Let's just train hard so I can go in here and not get killed by this trained fucking killer. These trained killers, they're all trained killers going in there and fighting for our enjoyment, and yet they're getting drastically underpaid. They got to worry about judges making stupid freaking decisions. They got to worry where they're fighting, when they're fighting. And BLT, I do agree with you. This was not a robbery. Triple G was not robbed out of this fight. He was robbed out of the first fight. So we're maybe a little bit too little too late when it comes to complaining. But, man, let's freaking make this shit happen. Jesus, something needs to happen, right? If there's a robbery over with the judges, we think there's robberies in MMA. Let's talk about solutions, man. Let's start tracking this shit. Who's gonna be the Mike Bond and run the Excel spreadsheet of all of the shitty fucking shit? MMA Junkie blocked his phone number. Sure did. So let's think about solutions once it comes to that. What can you do for a robbery? Never fight him again in Vegas, Triple G. That would be number 1. Never fight him again in Vegas. And what can we do about the UFC, though? And Herb Dean, his terrible, pathetic, fucking 90 seconds late, at least 30, stoppage of that CB Dallway fight. Let's suspend him. Let's give Herb a 90-day, 100-day suspension and not let him go in there. Hey, how about even better? Let's not let him ref the main event of the evening. Nebraska did it. They're not scared. Lincoln, Nebraska has more balls, or whoever's run that commission, than Mark fucking Ratner and all of those guys at the UFC. Was that the first time Herb did that? No, Mikey. Mikey, go back and watch Chris Weidman versus Luke Rockhold. Go back and watch that fight. Please. I think it was UFC 194. One of the worst stoppages I've ever seen. If you have never seen a 10-8 round in your life, right there, CB Dallway, that's a 10-8 round. Or no, that's a 10-7 round. 10-7 round, guys. 10-8s is you easily won. It's obvious to everyone you fucking won. It was actually kind of brutal. 10-7, you're screaming at the TV, stop the fight! Stop the fight! That CB Dallway, that was a 10-7 round because he let it go all the way to the end. Go watch Weidman Rockhold, round 3. 10-7 round. Guy got beat to a bloody pulp. They didn't stop it until the next round. And Herb's had bad calls on the other way, stopping it too quick. Ronda Rousey, like Sarah McMahon fight or some shit. There's a couple of them. But as of late, he's definitely swung the other direction way too hard. Way too far. It's getting outrageous, man. And people have the balls to still call him the top referee, a top 3 MMA ref. No, his name's known. He's not. You're not that good anymore, Herb. If you're watching this, man, awesome. You need to do something. You need to be reprimanded. I hope all the refs would start to agree so we can have an increase in just the efforts from you guys, an increase from the refs' performance, and some quote-unquote learning going on, some rehabilitation, something like that, man. But yeah, it was like they sent a Mario Yamasaki from PFL over there to Russia, and it got way worse than you would even want Mario to let it go. And guys, Jesus, what's up with the revenue split? Why can't these guys get more money? Why can't we have better refs? Why can't we have nice things in MMA, guys? PLT, don't put your racism onto us, Stewie. We hate everybody equally, says BLT. Well said. Amen, says Drunk Savage. Herb deserves a solid gold trophy, a sash, and a medal for that. Oh my god. Who is the ref who does the hearts with his hands? That's Mario Yamasaki. Heard he's the worst. Yeah, don't listen to everything everyone says, because he's not. He called off the Kevin Lee fight on Mike Chiesa when Chiesa wasn't even fighting the choke. Dude was done. But Kid Yamamoto, rest in peace, brother. That's all you're getting from me tonight, guys. Anytime, make sure to tweet at me any questions, any comments, any topics you guys want me to hit on. I'm going to try asking you guys for questions and tweeting one day in advance from now on. That way we can start implementing it into the show. But, oh yeah, and the show being Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe we're going to be scaling that down, taking Wednesday morning off, and going to be coming at you Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are kind of up in the air right now. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Which days would you want me to come in for sure? And until next time, back to all you sickos, I'm out of here. Peace.